This is the 15th of August, folks. The middle of August. This beautiful August is 2 weeks gone and 2 weeks left. And Glennie wants to remind you again, just take a minute and think about August and enjoy it and appreciate it and extol it. And back in November, you'll say that you did that. And that will be kind of a pleasant experience for you. Bible passage. All things work for good for those who love the Lord and know His purpose. Do we love the Lord? Oh yeah, we do love being loving. Do we know the purpose of the Lord? Yep, we do. Very, very well. All of us working shoulder to shoulder. All of us making the universe go forward. All of us creating. All of us doing this work that we've especially differentiated to do. Making the universe go and grow and glow. That's the purpose of the Lord, and we know it well. Hymn? Come thou all happiness, come thou all happiness, helping the world we go, caring and sharing. Happy, all glorious, or all victorious, gone is the selfishness, ego is out. We're independent of it. We don't have to lean on that selfishness, we can be through with it. Freedom and independence, 4th of July. Because of our oneness with God, our allness with God, our wholeness, our onlyness with God, and our oneness with each other, and the goodness of God. And we don't lie, steal, or cheat. And we are vegan. We don't cause any cruelty to animals. Word. Adequate. Completely fulfilling the proposed end. Thank you, Webster's Collegiate, G and C Marion. Adequate. Completely fulfilling the proposed end. And that's what we want to do today. Completely fulfill the proposed end. Spread love everywhere. Stay over here. All the time. Life and energy over here, helping others. Moving the universe forward. Caring and sharing. When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is, how did we treat others? The little boy had a little red wagon. And he was taking it down the sidewalk. And when he got in front of the church, all the wheels fell off. He says, well, I'll be darned. So the next day he tried it out. He goes down the sidewalk. He gets in front of the church, and all the wheels fall off. And he says, well, I'll be darned. So the third day, he takes out his little red wagon, and he's going down the sidewalk. He gets in front of the church. All the wheels fall off, and he says in a loud voice, I'll be darned. And the priest opened the church door, and he says, that is not a nice thing to say. I'll be darned. You should not say, I'll be darned. You should say, I love you, God. I praise you, God. I sing to you, God. So on the fourth day, when he goes down the street and he gets in front of the church and the wheels all fall off, he says, I love you, God. I praise you, God. I sing to you, God. And all the wheels went back on. And the priest said, I'll be darned. Dear, dear, dear new helper came to work at 9 o'clock un punto. And he worked on that Toshiba hard drive. And our intent is to get everything off of the Vicky computer a copy of it. We don't want to take anything off of it. Make a copy of what is on the Vicky computer and put it on the hard drive so that if anything happens to the Vicky computer, we have a duplicate. Now that has happened to Glennie. One night in Kinder's Hook, Scarsdale, in the Hudson Valley, right along there, not far from the Hudson River, there was an enormous electrical storm. Tremendous volts of electrostatic blasts. And as I lay there, in between blasts, and then another one came, and this one I heard something click over on the wall where the wires for electricity and telephone come into the home. And surely enough, the next morning, that beautiful computer, which was an Acer, very nice computer, it didn't work. And he didn't work the next day or the next day or the next day. And Glennie took him to the hospital. And they said, we can't make him work. New motherboard. No. And that was the end of the computer. And everything on that computer, all the information on it was extinguished. So our dear friend, the new helper, got the transfer up to ready to do it, and he wanted the connector to do it with, the USB. And my friend of years ago who made transfer used a regular USB. But my dear, very educated and advanced computer ease person said, no, there's a new one and a specialized one, and I'm going to wait until I have that. I have one home on my desk. He says, I'll bring it over tomorrow when I come in, and I'll get you a new one at Walmart. All right. I would rather have had it done with the old one. But you let people fulfill their creative push. And what else did he accomplish? we're trying to fill out the application for Glendora to receive $1,200 a month as a pension. And it is called a widow's, a veteran's survivor's pension. Since Franklin survived the Army during World War II, 5.5 years. And since Franklin was in D-Day and in Victory in Europe Day a year later, 1945, Franklin was entitled to a veteran's survival benefit for his wife. And so the form looks frightening, but there is a little form that says, I intend to file for it. And it's only 4 or 5 pages. And our new helper got that form filled out, and I don't know where that happened. And our poor Amy is having a block on the Vicky computer, and the Vicky computer says that it can't copy anything, that the printer is offline. And she's trying so hard to solve that. So when our dear April comes in at 9 o'clock this morning, we will ask her, first of all, to get out the form to the veterans, a little short form. Then we will ask her if she will try to figure out how to make the Vicky computer print. It's a Hewlett-Packard. Go to customer service, Hewlett-Packard. And the next great big thing is the renewals. We didn't do anything on those yesterday. Tomatoes and cucumbers and a cantaloupe that is still very hard. It's at least 3-4 days. I think they take them away from their mothers way too soon. They don't ripen naturally. And they don't ripen at all sometimes, they just rot. Amy finished the Holy Agenda all the way from the voicemail up to Franklin's reading articles written by Franklin in 1979 for the Buffalo Evening News, where he was a reporter for 27 years. I think today we will call James Clark over in Pittsfield and ask him to get the times of the program and the times that it will be being cablecast in Pittsfield TV. We have 12 copies of Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy. We have 12 copies on its way, on their way. And I'm going to ask people, if I loan them a copy, will you read the healings, 100 healings, pages 700 to 800. And it gives you such a good feeling. And it makes you want to learn how to heal. And the way you heal is by understanding your relationship to God. And understanding that there is no selfishness, egotism. It doesn't exist. You've been taught wrong. From childhood, you've been taught that bad exists. And you just learn to turn your back on it and focus on the good. I think that's all. And this is August the 15th, Monday, 2022. Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. And somebody's going to fix me a nice tripod soon.